known by scientists for years. Even though change is apparently needed, there is a lack of knowledge of how to test cosmetic products and medical prescriptions without the use of animals. As stated by Humane Society International, animal testing is procedures performed on living animals for purposes of research into basic biology and diseases. Assessing the effectiveness of new medical products and testing the human health and environmental safety of consumer and industry products such as cosmetics, household cleaners, pharmaceuticals, and chemicals. Statistics by PETA have shown that each year more than 100 million animals, including mice, rats, frogs, dogs, cats, rabbits, hamsters, guinea pigs, monkeys, fish, and birds are killed in the U.S. laboratories for biology lessons, medical training, and experimentation. Many women who use cosmetic products do not know that animals are tested on for products they are purchasing. Companies such as Clinique, Estee Lauder, Makeup Forever, Avon, Mary Kay, Bobbi Brown, Elizabeth Arden, etc. are using animals to test makeup products such as eyeliner, eye night cream, blush, eyeshadow, mascara, and even nail polish. Also, animals are used to test medical prescriptions and devices before humans have access to them. Animals are used to determine how much of the drug can be taken until they pass away, and to see the side effects that take place from that drug. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services revealed that testing on animals helps scientists see how much a drug is absorbed into the blood, how a medical product is broken down chemically into the body, and the toxins of the product. Plus, how fast the product exists in the body of the animal. Even though animal testing has a few upsides, animal testing should be banned from scientific experiments because they involve animal cruelty, the data gathered is not accurate for humans, and scientists have other options when it comes to testing products. Even if you have never been informed about animal testing, animals such as dogs that are your family pets are being used in these experiments. Today, I will begin by explaining why animal testing should be eliminated. Furthermore, I will explain how animals are physically treated and affected by animal testing. And finally, I will state other ways scientists can test products. Many cosmetic companies use animals to test their products. The Humane Society informed us that approximately 100,000 to 200,000 animals suffer and die just for cosmetics every year around the world. Also, the companies that use animal testing in cosmetics test for skin and eye irritation. For example, chemicals are rubbed onto the shaved skin or dripped into the eyes of rabbits to search for the general illnesses or specific health hazards such as cancer or birth defects. And even widely condemned lethal dose tests, in which animals are forced to swallow massive amounts of chemicals to determine the dose that causes death. Even though there is alternatives to animal testing, many companies continue to use it because scientists say they lack the knowledge to test in any other way. Companies use animal testing because when they develop new ingredients, the ingredients don't have existing safety data. So new safety data has to be generated to satisfy the regulators before a product can go on sale, and that means new animal testing. Even though many companies say they have departed from animal testing, they secretly continue to use animals to test new products that they want to go on the shelves. These facts were figured out by the Humane Society International. While animal testing is used to test cosmetic products, scientists also use animals to test medical pharmaceuticals and devices. Medical testing on animals causes serious damage to the animal's health. Animals testing is used to determine if certain medications are safe and effective. Scientists use animals to see if the product will affect an animal's health, which leads them to conclude if it will harm a human. Animal testing is also used to determine the amount of medication needed to be prescribed for a certain illness. However, due to this, animals are injected with the illness and tested on until the amount of medication works. In 2016, U.S. government statistics put the number of laboratory animals used in research at 821,000, a 7% rise from 2015. Animals are affected by being forced to inhale chemicals, see how chemicals affect their skin, being exposed to drugs, restraint for examination, water and food deprivation, infections of wounds, and behavioral experiments. Even though animals suffer from medical experimentation, animal testing for medical research is not always accurate or reliable. For example, the Humane Society informed the people that diseases are artificially induced into animals in a laboratory. Whether they be mice or monkeys, the disease inserted are never identical to those that occur naturally in human beings. And because animal species differ from one another biologically in significant ways, it becomes even more unlikely that animal experiments will yield results that will be correctly interpreted and applied to the human condition in a meaningful way. Animal testing is not the only way to test cosmetic products or medical prescriptions. Scientists have discovered that there are other ways to test cosmetic products and medical products. They have started using human cells and tissues instead of live animals. Scientists are also able to use advanced computer modeling techniques and even human volunteers. If the scientists started to use these alternatives, it would take less time to test these products and companies would have the data they needed to sell their products faster. Also, money spent on testing cosmetic products and medical devices and prescriptions would be considerably lower compared to how much is spent on animal testing. Even though some say that animal testing is bad, some do agree with the process. Those who agree with animal testing do say that it is the best way to test products for safety of human use. Many believe that animal testing is the only way to advance scientific understanding for testing potential forms of treatment. For example, the animal research claimed that medicines for Parkinson's disease have been developed using animal models with induced Parkinson's-like symptoms, and that data from animal studies is essential before new therapeutic techniques and surgical procedures can be tested on human patients. Although there are reasons for animal testing, there are more negative effects of it than positive. People, cells, and tissues are available for experimentation without the harm of animals or people. Plus, the information gathered from animal testing is not always accurate data for scientists to allow humans to use the medication or cosmetic products tested. Therefore, animals are harmed for no reason. Now that we have viewed animal testing, let us recap the main points I have made. Animal testing is a cruel treatment towards animals. The testing on them can cause death, and the data is rarely accurate. Also, there are several other ways to test cosmetic products and medical devices or prescriptions. Please sign a petition that I will send to our U.S. and state legislators asking them to support a ban that we will use the alternatives to animal testing and leave our family pets and farm animals alone. Now, when we use makeup products and take prescriptions, we will be filled with the utmost of excitement that animals were not harmed when testing these products, and we will gladly use them without a worry an animal was involved.